Close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself in church on a Sunday morning, maybe back in the 80s or 90s. The choir stands up, the organ swells, and those familiar words ring out. I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pitied every groan. Or maybe it's that powerful line we all know by heart. Lord, you are the center of my joy, or the one that brings tears every single time. You are my strength when I am weak. You are the treasure that I seek. Total praise. If those lyrics just stirred something deep in your soul, a memory of standing in the pews, hands raised, eyes closed, feeling the presence of God, then you already know the man behind those timeless words. Yesterday, December 30th, 2025, the gospel world lost one of its greatest architects. Richard Smallwood passed away at the age of 77. Welcome to Xplained Daily. Today, we are not just mourning a loss. We are celebrating a legacy that will echo in churches, choirs, and hearts forever. Because Richard Smallwood didn't just write songs, he wrote prayers that millions of us have lived by. Richard Lee Smallwood was born on November 30th, 1948, in Atlanta, Georgia, and raised in Washington, D.C., where faith and music were woven together from the very beginning. His stepfather was a pastor at Union Temple Baptist Church. By the age of 5, he was already playing piano by ear. By 7, he was taking formal lessons. And by 11, he had formed his own gospel group. This wasn't just talent, it was a calling. He studied classical music at Howard University, graduating with honors in vocal performance and piano, and later earned a master's degree in ethnomusicology. Richard Smallwood blended the elegance of classical composers like Bach with the raw, spirit-filled power of black gospel music. The result was a sound that felt both heavenly and deeply human. In 1977, he founded the Richard Smallwood Singers. In 1982, their debut album spent 87 weeks on Billboard's gospel chart. That was only the beginning. Songs like Center of My Joy became instant classics. He earned Grammy nominations. He performed for presidents. He toured internationally. He accompanied opera legend Leontyne Price at the White House. But in the early 1990s, Richard Smallwood entered a new chapter. He formed a choir called Vision. And this is where many of us truly fell in love with his music. With Vision, he released albums like Adoration, Healing Live in Detroit, and Promises, all of which dominated the gospel charts. Then came the songs that defined his legacy. I Love the Lord. Written from Psalm 116, it captured the sound of a soul crying out to God in desperation and trust. And in 1996, the world heard it on a whole new level when Whitney Houston recorded it for The Preacher's Wife. Her voice soaring over those words felt like heaven touching earth. For many of us, that song played during some of the hardest moments of our lives. Hospital rooms, sleepless nights, times when all we could do was whisper a prayer and hope God was listening. And then there was Total Praise, written during one of the darkest seasons of Richard Smallwood's life as he battled depression and sorrow. This song became an anthem of survival. Lord, I will lift mine eyes to the hills, knowing my help is coming from you. That ending, those layered amens, rising like waves, has been compared to classical masterpieces. It has been sung at funerals, weddings, revivals, and national moments. Destiny's Child performed it. Stevie Wonder performed it. It was sung during President Obama's welcome for Pope Francis. For so many of us, Total Praise wasn't just a song. It was the moment we found strength when we had none left. Richard Smallwood continued to minister through songs like Anthem of Praise, Healing, I'll Trust You, and Trust Me. He earned 8 Grammy nominations, multiple Dove and Stellar Awards, and in 2006, he was inducted into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame. Later in life, Richard was open about his struggles with depression and declining health, including kidney failure. In 2019, he shared his story in his autobiography titled Total Praise. He reminded us that even giants of faith walk through valleys. Tributes have poured in from around the world. Church leaders, artists, and fans all saying the same thing. His music changed their lives. But the greatest tribute is still happening every Sunday. In churches, in choirs, in living rooms, in hearts. Richard Smallwood elevated gospel music. He gave us language for our faith when words failed. He taught us that praise isn't just for the mountaintop. It's especially powerful in the valley. And now he's home, singing with the angels, probably leading a heavenly choir in total praise. Thank you, Richard Smallwood, for the gift of your music. Your legacy lives on every time those words are lifted heavenward.
If this tribute touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear these songs again, and follow Xplained Daily so you never miss the stories that matter to us.
One question before you go. Which Richard Smallwood song has meant the most to you in your life, and why? Let us know in the comments. Rest in eternal praise, Richard Smallwood.